Hi, we're focusing on inventors this week. The inventor that we will be talking about and doing an activity with today is Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs is the co-founder and was the CEO of Apple Computers, or Macintosh Computers, which made the iPhone, Apple iPhone. So a little bit of history about him. He is from Silicon Valley, which is in California. In January of 1984, he introduced the Macintosh, which was considered a computer at the time. And then in 1998, from the Macintosh, he created created and introduced the iMac, which is the desktop computer for Macintosh. One of the really big inventions that they created was in 2001, they introduced the iPod, which at that time was what was called a MP3 player. Then in 2007, he moved the company into telecommunications, so like for being able to talk on phones and use phones. That's when they introduced the touchscreen iPhone. It was a mobile telephone, and it was able to play MP3 players, videos, and we could access the internet as well. All right, so that's a little bit of history about Steve Jobs. So what we're going to make today is called a phone holder, and yes, paper can hold a phone. All right, so get your origami paper. You should have it in your packet, and the first thing you're going to do is fold it in half. So take it and fold it in half. Then take it and fold it the opposite way. So when you open it up, again, remember when you do origami, you can see little lines and meeting points. So you should see like 4 squares on your paper if you folded it correctly. All right. The next step is to take your paper and you see that middle line, take it and fold it in half to meet that middle line. So it will look like this. Then do that same thing on the other side. And again, try not to make your paper overlap when you're doing this, because you're going to be moving and manipulating the paper. All right, so basically your paper should be folded together like this. Okay, so the next thing that you do is take that corner in and fold it down to meet the center point. So fold it all the way down like this, and then you can see. All right, so do the other side. Fold it all the way down to meet the center point. All right, and then you flip it and do the other side the same way. Fold it down to meet the center point. Other side, same way. Fold it all the way down to meet the center point. All right, so when you open your paper, you should see a lot of folds, and you should see sort of like a diamond shape in the middle, just to show those fold lines. All right, so the next thing that you do is your paper will be folded like this, and turn it, vertically. Turn your paper vertically. Take one of these little end pieces that are sticking up, and tuck it under. So it'll look like this. And the neat thing about the origami paper is usually color. It has designs on one side and side on the other side, so you can sort of see what you're doing. So you should see some of your solid or your color side, whichever side you decided to use, if you did fold it that inside. All right. So then you take it and then you fold it up. And then what it says is to pinch the corner together. All right, so like that. It's going to fold up like that. Okay? All right, then the next thing that you do is when you fold that, you take it. We'll do the other end as well. So you'll take the other end and do the same thing. Create that little back pocket and fold it up. And then you're going to take the one side and tuck it under. Okay, so you see where you folded that side? When you pinch this little piece together, it's like a little flap in there. Take that little flap and you're going to tuck it under that side. And it should hold together like that. All right, so do that other side. So you see you have the little fold over. Then you have your little flap piece. Take that and tuck it under. And then it should hold together. Now at that point, you're pretty much done. And if you sit it down on the surface, it should come together like this and be like almost like a little beak. Almost sort of like the fortune teller, but not as big. Okay, now to make it hold the phone, make sure that you put tapes on the end. So tape is useful when you're doing origami to make the things stay together. So just put tape on one side over the little folded crease piece, you'll see it. Then put tape on the other side. And you have your phone holder. And if you want to give it a try, grab your phone, sitting in the crease, and it holds it. And that's our project for this week.